I gotta say, I'm actually very happy that we didn't have to watch this in theaters and I could watch this directly streaming to my home service on Amazon, because this is absolutely one of those films where I have to stop every 5 minutes and go, hold on, who is this actor? Hold on, is that... Hold on. I am terrible about that, and when I see movies in theaters, I'm always like, all right, make a mental sticky note to look up who this person is after we're all done with this. I love that with Amazon Prime, I can just stop this thing constantly and just go, all right, hit pause, and it tells me everyone in this scene. Cool, great, awesome. Man, for people like me, that's such a nice feature. Oh, so hey everybody, it's me, Aaron.
I'm Michelle.
This is our post-Geekout reaction for Troll World Tour, which, by the way, very smart of them to not call this Troll 2. That's kind of a for everybody in the bad movie industry. You know, that's kind of a thing.
Well, I think it is called Trolls 2, but it's like the subtitle is...
No, I looked up. The number 2 is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
In this thing. They were like, we're aware of that curse. We ain't doing that. We're not gonna have somebody make a documentary about us in 30 years. That is a great documentary, by the way, for anybody who's never seen that. It's called Best Worst Movie about Trolls 2. The best worst movie. And our dog wants attention.
Yeah,
so
she
bad.
keeps jumping up and I see her like facing the camera and everything, so...
Hold on, buddy. We just have to talk about tiny magical felt creatures for a little bit before we get into our tiny magical furry creature here. Oh my
goodness,
God.
Peach.
All right, buddy, calm down. Buddy, I'm not cutting any of this.
No, everyone loves Peach.
Everybody does love Peach.
Yeah, she's the best part. If you cut any of this, we won't have as much viewers.
Yes, everybody has to keep watching the Peach. Anywho, so a lot of you might be thinking, oh man, why do you have to watch this? A, it's the only thing that came out this weekend. And B, if you didn't see the original Trolls film, that thing was a huge surprise.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was good.
Yeah,
thought
like
it was
that's the
fun.
thing about like these troll movies. It's like they're very.
You say that like it's the Fast and Furious franchise.
No. But it's like the first and second movies,
Yes.
like they're both like so upbeat and cheerful, and they came out exactly when we needed them.
I don't remember when the first one came out, but
It was like when Trump got elected.
Okay.
Yeah.
They pulled the cord right there on that one. All right.
Whoop.
Break glass in case people need sparkly shiny stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, here's the thing. You like it because it's sparkly and shiny and all that stuff because you are like, if they could just take what was her name, like who made those like notebooks back in the 90s?
Oh, Lisa Frank.
Yes, thank you. If you could just take like a Lisa Frank painting and put it in your head, you would take that. Like you love that aesthetic. It's not really my thing. However, they're pretty clever films. They actually have good jokes in there.
Yes.
They're actually kind of well thought
Also,
out.
the animation is very nice.
The animation is great in these films. I gotta give them credit for that. Yeah, I actually laughed a decent number of times at that first Troll film, and I was actually kind of surprised at it. And going into this one, I definitely think that the first one was better, but this one's still not bad.
Oh, I like this one too, but I definitely prefer the first one.
I definitely thought the first one was funnier, but this one, even though it wasn't as funny, I think it was even more imaginative. Because basically the purpose of this one is that after the end of the last film, the trolls, they've been living in harmony in paradise, but they have come to learn that, oh, there are other trolls out there. Because in the previous film, it was all very poppy, happy, upbeat, sunshine, and rainbows. And they have discovered, well, that's because that is the music that we represent. There are 6 other troll groups out there.
Yeah,
there's techno, country, funk, rock,
classical,
and then there's
country, and then pop.
I said country already.
Yes. Oh, you did. Sorry.
Yeah, so there's 6 there.
Yes. Yeah.
and-
So we've been following the pop trolls.
Yes, but the rock trolls are now going out to try and grab the magical string from every single one of the other trolls, because when they get them together, they will have control over all music, so they're going to try and make everything rock. So they go out there, and basically the story is now about Poppy and Branch, the 2 trolls from the first film, having to go out and find the other trolls out there and stop the evil rock trolls. And this entire film, it's not musical, but it is kind of a. It's not a sing-along type of film.
No,
There's not enough music in here to be a sing-along film, but it's definitely a like nod your head kind of film.
Yeah, it's like
because they will stop to just go, here's this song, here's this song.
Yeah, like they will make like excerpts or clips from like.
That's a good word. Yes.
From other songs.
Because they never stop and go into like a full musical sequence.
I think the only time they did that was like during the finale.
Yeah, during the finale was it.
Yeah.
And that was like the only like original song.
Yeah, there was also another original song, but like it was during the Fallout.
Oh no! Well, actually, there's a couple.
Yeah, I guess like it's either.
It's because the country song was original too.
Yeah, it's like there are some original songs mixed in with the previously made songs, and then there are also like previously made songs that have been like rewritten for the movie.
Yeah.
Like instead of girls just want to have fun, it's trolls just want to have fun.
It's not really all that clever or anything.
Nah, but
I mean, it's totally fine.
Yeah, it's cute.
It is one of those films that the music in here, it's not meant to be one of those things where it's like, oh, I love this song. It's more meant to be like one of those, I know that song.
I remember that song.
I remember that. It's like when you're in the grocery store and a song comes on, it's like, oh, I haven't heard this in a while. That's what it is. That's what this entire film is. And that's kind of what my feeling was throughout this entire film. Like I said, the first Trolls film, I actually enjoyed it a decent amount. I enjoyed this one too, but kind of just on that level of when you're in the grocery store and a song that you like comes on, it's like, oh yeah, this one.
It's like I really did like what they did with the troll designs. Like
that's the big star of this film. As we said, like we've been following one group of trolls, now we see other groups of trolls. This thing has a great the art style in this film is great. Like when you go to the country trolls and it's got this western theme to the entire town, and like the techno trolls are like floating fish people.
Like they're mermaids or something.
Kind of, like that.
Yeah, and like the country trolls were like centaurs. Yeah.
The funk trolls are probably the best because there's like a moment where the funk trolls all have to suit up for battle, and they've got like flying DJ boards that they're flying on. It's like, it's really creative what they were able to do in here, and I love the aesthetic of the rock trolls. Like they have these big ships that they're traveling in, and they look like giant speakers with teeth on them.
Yeah, they look like lanternfish. That's what.
You're right. That's exactly what
lanternfish that are like made out of like denim and like zippers.
That's another thing. Everything in here, like we talked about this with the first film, and they continued in this one. It looks like everything in here was made out of felt.
Yes.
But because they're going to other places, they now just use other materials.
Yeah.
But in the first film, scrapbooks were a joke. Mm-hmm. So everything kind of looked like it was part of a scrapbook. In here, it still looks like other material you would find in a scrapbook. Like, yeah, the rock trolls, there's some of them that look like they're just made out of denim. Mm-hmm. And I dug that. I think that worked pretty well. And, yeah, it's going to be one of those films where I think that even if it's not your thing, you can still enjoy this from an artistic standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, you can still go, okay, it's not my art style, but I can appreciate what they did here. Mm-hmm. It's really impressive. The big divide, I feel, on this one is going to come down to, is this your style of humor? Because I feel like in the first film, the style of humor, it was really creative and it was a lot wider. Here, it's a little bit more narrow. Like, we're going to be making more jokes specifically. Like, before the humor was like, getting this many people, now it's going to be getting this many people. It's like just a little bit more focused up. It's this exact type of joke.
Yeah, but
like it's a lot more music jokes in here.
Yeah, well, that's the whole theme.
It's the theme of it, but in the first film it was like some music jokes, some jokes about this stuff, jokes about this stuff, jokes about this stuff. Here's like focused on that. And I feel like, man, if you're going to get... Here's what I'm saying. If you get tired of the idea of people like making a joke about, I don't know, Oppa Gangnam Style, you're gonna like roll your eye pretty hard at times in here.
Yeah, there were definitely some times where I was like, but like, but like overall, I really did enjoy it.
Exactly, I had more eye roll moments in here than I had in the first one, but still. In the end, it evened out to more, oh, that's good.
It's
I got more of those out of it.
My biggest fear was that Tiny Diamond would like would like become like the next Minions, but
I'm so glad they left it. Yeah, Tiny Diamond is a little baby troll that gets born at the beginning of this, and it's voiced by Kenan Thompson, and he, like, even though he, like, keeps referring to, like, his dad as, like, rock me to sleep, daddy, but he says stuff like that, it's kind of like, if you want somebody to say baby things, but say it as, like, a full-grown man, okay, then you'll find that funny. But even like, I even chuckled at that like a few times in the beginning, and then I got tired of that joke pretty quick. But he's gone.
Yeah. Like, he only pops up when every now and then.
Yeah.
And when he does, it's not like, oh, it's this guy again. It's like, oh, that's cute. And then he just goes away, and you enjoy the movie.
I always, that's how a lot of the jokes are in here. I always got some enjoyment out of it, and then I was like, okay, but now stop this or else it's going to get old really fast. And sometimes they would stop it before it got old. Sometimes they would keep going. That's kind of how this film was to me. I still like the jokes, but sometimes the jokes overstayed their welcome. But because the jokes were a lot more specific, I feel like my tolerance for them was not nearly as high as it was in the last one. But yeah, I still did like this, but a lot of the reason why I like it wasn't necessarily because I found it funny like I did last time, although there are some funny stuff in here, like the Kenny G, the smooth jazz troll, because they do some stuff in here in which they're like, yeah, we know that like these aren't the only forms of music out there. There are other subdivisions of these, and then there are some weird like offshoot trolls.
Yeah, it's like,
don't quite fit in everything, who are the rebellious ones that stick out to the side, and you see these bounty hunter trolls pop up, and each of them are different smaller genres, like the smooth jazz troll, the reggaeton trolls, the K-pop trolls. And I thought, you know what, that's actually not bad. That's a pretty good joke. I kind of enjoyed that.
I also liked another reference where, like, when the funk trolls came up to Poppy, it's like, oh, your map is out of date. It's like, oh, yeah, there's still disco.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad. Also, the guest stars in here, not bad at all. Like, if they get some musical talents to pop up in here, like, the leader of the funk trolls is George Clinton and Mary J. Blige. Although I will say, who was it? Rachel Bloom was the...
country troll.
No, rock troll.
No, rock troll, yes, sorry.
Kelly Clarkson was the country troll.
Yes.
Which she's good in this. But, which I actually thought that was... When she came in and she was singing at first, I actually thought that was Dolly Parton. And I was like, yeah, if you want somebody to be the leader of the country trolls, Dolly Parton. But then when she actually starts talking with that, it's definitely not Dolly Parton. Yeah, it was Kelly Clarkson. But the leader of the rock trolls is Rachel Bloom, I think it was.
Yeah.
But her dad, when her dad appears, he rolls out in a wheelchair and like he's this old guy.
Yeah.
And the moment that he popped up, I went, he's gonna be Ozzy Osbourne, and the joke is that he can barely talk anymore. That's exactly what the joke was. That's exactly who it was. But that joke wasn't bad, and there's a lot of other jokes with the rock trolls that I kind of enjoyed. In all honesty, I kind of like, if you're gonna do a spin-off film, because these films love to do that kind of stuff, they'll introduce a character like, and then just give them a spin-off thing, especially because this is DreamWorks, right?
Oh yeah.
DreamWorks really loves to do that.
No, I think it was it Sony Animation? No, wait, I'm losing track of my animated studios right here.
You're thinking of the Minions, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of like when Puss in Boots got like their own.
Oh yeah, but
if you're gonna do a spin-off, the Rock Trolls, I would definitely follow a film about the Rock Trolls because they set up enough of the Rock Trolls that I'm like, okay, I can follow their joke a little bit more. Like the one guy who just talks like this the entire time, his mouth is always like, you know. I didn't get tired of that gag. I thought that gag was pretty darn good. Or like the one guy who was the intern doing the rock trolls for college grad. I liked him. I thought he was pretty nice too. And Rachel Bloom, really dug her design, really dug her attitude. I thought she was pretty good. Also, again, just the design of them. I think they went far more creative with their stuff, but mostly because we spent more time with them. With like, say, the classical trolls, we don't see squat for them. Yeah, they're in and out like that. The techno trolls, they only get one scene in there. But yeah, I would definitely be interested in seeing more about the rock trolls in there.
And it's like, I'm glad they actually like had a reason why Cooper looks so different from the other trolls.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, because there was one troll from the last film that looked like a giraffe thing. I was
like a llama or something.
Like a llama thing.
Yeah, that was Cooper. And it's like, you look different. Yeah. But whatever, you're a troll apparently. So
and they gave him his own subplot in here, and I was like, I really don't care about Cooper. But he's played by Ron Funches, and I'll never say no to more Ron Funches. So okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's kind of how it was for most of this film. I was like, I don't really care about this, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. And then every now and then they'll come up with something special, like when the smooth jazz troll appeared. I thought that whole sequence was really darn good. And then visually, there's so many good things in here. Like when Cooper was going through the desert trying to find his people, he like that desert is made of glitter. Like it's not sand, it's glitter. Visually, that's amazing. Yes, hi, handshake. Yeah, visually, that looks great. visually, that's so cool looking. That's another thing. Like, again, even if you get tired of the jokes, visually, this film will hold your attention.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many great, like, bits of just animation here. Like, there's a moment in which the leader of the Rock Trolls, she's kind of losing her mind. She's just going nuts, and she's destroying everything in there. And she, like, takes a chainsaw and just, like, rips up a couch. And then the couch splits apart, and inside the couch, you see a troll just sitting in there reading a book like nothing's happening. That's such a small, like, someone looked at what they had and went, we can add a tiny background joke here. Yeah, that joke makes the entire scene work.
Also, I noticed that the couch that she sawed in half was stitched together, so you know she's done it before.
I didn't even notice that. It's such a small detail. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, the animators were so good on this film. I really got to hand it to them. So yeah, you want to give your score on this one, or you want? Anything else you want to say?
I don't remember what score I gave like the original Trolls movie.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
But like either half a score less, or maybe a full score less.
Oh, okay.
Something like that, because yeah, I did like the first one, and I really dig all the visuals and animation and like the character designs. I just kind of felt like some of the music I could have done without.
Yeah, okay, well, here's actually what I'll say. Either I could have done without some of the music, or go a little bit further into it. It felt to me like it was in this weird state where it's like, okay, you're not a musical, even though you're about music, but you do just stop to sing every now and again. But the stuff you stop to sing isn't big enough to be like a whole number.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you gotta pick a lane here on this one.
I guess maybe like more original musical numbers.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Yeah, as opposed to like little references to like other music, other songs. So something
there's
like
only
that.
really one moment where they go nuts with the musical references, and at least that one was to serve as a joke because they were like making fun of how bad the music was they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I can kind of let that one go, but I mean, yeah, there are a lot of moments where I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Like there's a sequence in there in which the Rock Troll just celebrate everything she's done. She goes out there and she just starts singing Barracuda. Mm-hmm. Barracuda, or she sings Crazy Train at one point. And I was just like, I don't need this. I mean, I get it, but just have her do like a rockin' guitar solo. Mm-hmm. That's all I need. I don't need to just stop and go, hey, remember that song. So, I'm going to give this a 6.5. I'm going to give this a 6.5. Our phone is ringing right now, so we'll wrap this up right now. 6.5, I think it's okay. Yes. I think it's okay. A little bit above okay. It is okay. All right. No need for spoiler talk. Come out next week when we'll review whatever the heck is out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I got to answer this.